Daddy, talked to Bob that night, and he said to come over the next morning, if we started to get water. And, I looked out the front door before I went to bed at 10:30, and I thought, it didn't look like it was going to flood. It wasn't raining hard enough to flood. I did hear that the city of Houston was going to make an unprecedented move that no city had ever made before. They were going to release water from Lake Conroe at an unprecedented rate and intentionally flood one neighborhood to save a larger part of the city. And since Lake Conroe is 30 miles from Kingwood, it never occurred to me that Kingwood would be the neighborhood that was going to flood. If they had just told us, we could have started putting things in the attic. We could have moved things out. We could have started moving things out. On Saturday, there was very little rain. We went to Target. It was like life is normal. And then I went to bed at 10 o'clock on Monday night, and Daddy woke me up at 2 a.m. and he said, "Honey, it's getting bad." And we went to the front, and I was just in shock. I thought, this can't be real. It's like you're in a bad dream.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, and we woke up Matthew, and I packed Sadie's bag because I was thinking, okay, we're going to be without a store, to go to, and I wanted her to have dog food. And we were up for about an hour, and then it started coming in, and we started putting towels down to try to keep the water out. And then when we realized it was coming in through the brick, it was coming in Matthew's bedroom through the brick, that's when we really freaked out. And so we went...
coming in through the brick?
Yes, it was coming in through the weep holes, through the brick. And so Matthew's room was the first to flood. That side of the house had 5 feet of water. Mm. And then when we lost our power, we called Bob and told him we were on our way. And we had our bags, and I was carrying Sadie, and then Daddy was trying to hold me up because I have so many orthopedic problems. And our driveway is real high, and we opened the gate, and when we went out on the driveway, I could barely keep my head above the water. It was hitting against us, and it was so freezing cold. And it was just freezing cold. And, I kept holding the dog and holding Matt's arm. And, by the grace of God, we got to our neighbor's house, and Daddy fell down, and that's why his legs are all scraped up. But he fell down trying to get me and Matt up to the sidewalk. And we got in and went upstairs, and we were sopping wet from head to toe and freezing. And we were just in shock with what we had just been through. We don't live in a floodplain. Mm-hmm. Nobody in that area carries flood insurance because it's not a floodplain. It's never flooded before, and this was a man-made flood. Some people are praising the engineers, saying it was the best idea they did, that they saved so many lives, but they destroyed so many others. And we lost both of our cars, every possession we have. It was just our worst nightmare, and we're thankful that we're alive and our dog is alive. And how do you start over from scratch when you're 67 and 72 years old?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah. It's okay, Mama.